So Perkable, let's start with a high-level question. Where is the machine-fi DPIN category right now?
As in,
where is the whole category?
oh, okay. So the industry-wise.
The industry. Yeah.
Well, I figured everyone has a phone, right? So there's going to be this next generation industry where everyone's got this device that we're not monetizing, we're not utilizing, we're not making use of that, either in a customer loyalty sense or in a NFT sense or in a Web3 world sense, right? So I think the beautiful thing about iTex is that's the main focus, right? It's the Internet of all things. So devices are part of our life, regardless we like it or not. Smart devices at home, smart cars, mobile phones in our pocket. So why aren't we using that as the next generation resource, right?
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. So let's talk about Perkable. What is the problem you're solving?
Sure. So Perkable, so we come from a sales and marketing side, right? So when we looked at Web3 space, we thought this is a really cool technology, but how does that help small businesses, right? How do we help real world customers? So, when we're looking at this, we thought, okay, well, maybe there's a solution here where we can help connect a real customer to the small business in real time, right? And we're thinking, well, how do we do that? And then we obviously spoke to iTex guys and we thought Web3 stream, geolocation data, right? So if someone checks in at the venue, then that triggers that we know they're there. So let's connect them with the businesses in the area, right? So then that allows these businesses to get real customers, right? So if Denver's a really good example, 20,000 people coming through the weekend, how are these small businesses connecting with them?
Right.
They don't. Web2 doesn't do it. Social media, you can't do a real-time social media boost hoping that the customer's going to see it. Search engine optimization with Google, you put an ad up, you're hoping that someone searches for you, right? But how about the 20,000 people that just checked in at the stadium? There are businesses around the corner that would kill for that customer base, right?
Yeah.
So now when they check in, great, we'll send them the Perkable offer. Here's a free coffee, come to our cafe, try us out, right? Here's 10% off lunch. You have to eat anyway. So we're gamifying that experience for the end user, right? So that's how, on a high level, that's how Perkable works.
Very cool. So let me dig a little deeper on that. So how exactly does Web3 help you solve this problem versus Web2?
So as we see in Web2, right, predominantly digital advertising is run by Facebook, right, or Meta, right? Social media boosting or search engine optimization. There is no guarantee that the person who's clicked on that ad is a real person. There is none, right? You can't verify that data. Facebook tells you it's true, but how do you verify Facebook's data? So also from a small business point of view, there's no verification there. Just because you put an offer out doesn't mean a person walks in, right? So from a Web3 stream perspective, it's geolocation based. So we know the person that's checked in is a real person because we're tagging that with the IMEI of the device. So one device, one account. So there's no bots here, so we don't have to have that issue. If they walked into the cafe and scanned the QR code, that's a real customer. So that's how we use Web3 Stream to actually become, I guess, cheaper, faster, and more targeted digital advertising for these businesses.
Every advertiser that's wasted money on Facebook ads is singing your praises
100%.
right now.
Well, if you look before that, digital radio advertising, TV advertising, newspaper advertising, right? How do you verify?
Right.
Social media, search engine optimizers came along and they said, we do things a bit better, targeted, cheaper, faster, right? So Web3 is going to become that next generation of we're going to do it cheaper, faster, and more targeted.
And you give the power back to the businesses.
100%.
They see the data.
And also the end user, because they're actually opting in, right? It's permission-based data. They're telling me I'm at ETH Denver. Right. So now I want the offers, right? When I leave Denver, I burn my Denver token, I'm in New York. I check into New York, I get New York offers, right? Web2 world, you're getting spam emails.
Right.
Are they the right offers for you? Who knows, right? If you're on a holiday, why would you like another holiday email for?
Right.
Makes no sense, right?
Yeah, we've all had that experience.
100%.
Yeah.
But if you're on a holiday and you check in, maybe you want to eat like a local. You want to go to the local restaurant. You want to go to the mum and pop stores, right? So how do we connect those businesses to you while you're there? And that's how we think Perkable will change the game.
Awesome. And do you have a token?
We don't have a token. We want to help our partners' tokens to bring more utility, right? So iTex, for example, how do we create more users using the iTex blockchain to create utility, right? And if they collect certain utility, then that might increase the reward. So instead of 10% discount, we'll give you 50% off. So we're allowing these NFT projects to bring utility in their projects. So imagine you're holding a Bored Ape and you check into an American airline flight and they said, oh, you're holding a Bored Ape, here's a free seat upgrade for you. Right? From a Bored Ape community, that's utility, right? So that allows them to have longevity in their projects.
Nice. And let's talk about WebStream. So what does WebStream enable you to do today that you couldn't do 2 years ago?
I think the geolocation is really important, right? Because even right now, right? When you geolocation, and I think there was a law that just passed, geolocation data will now have to be permission based. So it can't be, Google Maps, right? They're listening to you wherever you go. That's going to be no more in the future.
Really?
Yeah, absolutely. European laws on data privacy is massive, and I feel like the rest of the world will follow that. So with Web3 Stream, guess what? It's permission based. The user tells us the geolocation, right? So we're already building for the future with Web3 Stream, right? So we don't need to have that problem. And the other thing that is really important is the data is decentralized and on-chain. So for us, we can't manipulate that data. We can't say there was 50 people there that may have not been there, right? In the Web2 world, yeah, I could have created 50 accounts and checked in 50 times. You wouldn't know, right? So for now, Web3 Stream, IMEI number, one account, one check-in.
So by default, it's GDPR, CCPA compliant.
Yeah, 100%. And so far, so good. And that's what we're building towards, right? And same as Perkable, we don't collect customer data, right? We verify you're there based on your NFT, your IMEI, and your location.
Wow.
You can share the data with the brand once you get the free coffee, and that's your relationship with the brand. We don't deal with that.
Got it. So did you look at other L1s besides IoTeX? And if so, why did you choose IoTeX?
I think IoTeX with the Web3 Stream is a game changer. And then base that on devices, because everyone has a mobile phone in their pocket. So why aren't we using that as a tool to connect that to the small businesses in the area, right? So that to us was just a natural kind of selection, right? Yes, we've spoken to, and we're not blockchain-istic, right? We can build on any blockchain, but it made sense for us with the Web3 Stream straight away.
And are you using Perkable for geolocation?
No, so Web3 Stream is
Web3
the actual location base for us.
Okay.
And then from there, maybe in future, other smart devices, maybe smart car, we can then put Perkable in there. So if your petrol's going low, it goes, here's a petrol station around the corner and 20% off your petrol, right?
That'd be pretty nice.
Yeah, that's the dream. And I feel like,
sign up for that.
But how do we connect the businesses to customers like that? Because the customer has a need. They're around, they need to fill up petrol, they need to eat, they need to sleep, they need to do all these things. Businesses are paying for customer acquisition at the moment. Newspaper, TV, social media and all that, right? But there's no that instant verification for them. So we're finding with Perkable, there is, because if they're driving into your petrol station, filling up petrol, that's your proof right there, right? And then they scan the QR code and get 20% off. There's your proof right there. So I feel like this is the Web3 version of digital advertising, group buying offers, perks and rewards.
Yeah, it really feels like the next step, the next logical step for advertising. So what was the integration process like with WebStream and IoTeX?
Yeah, look, I would say it had its up and downs, right?
Yeah.
And I've Googled this and I've researched and I've spoken to many layer 1, layer 2. No one's doing what we're doing in terms of geolocation with NFT in real time. So we're building the first. So there's no roadmaps for us to follow. And same as, working with the IoTeX team very intimately for the last 3 months. Everything from customer onboarding to NFTs in their wallet to having tokens to register for the Web3 Stream, right? Making that built for the non-native crypto person, right? Because we come from mass adoption. We don't want to target the niche market that already has, IoTeX or crypto and all that kind of stuff. We want to target the person that wants a free coffee because they're just at the event, right? So how do we onboard those customers? So, working with IoTeX, we had to kind of reimagine the space again and saying, hey, it's not for these guys anymore. It's for average Joe, right? So how do we create that platform for average Joe to come on seamlessly? So it's been with its challenges, but we've launched now. So, for us seeing the product and seeing people downloading it at the event, it's just been like that hallelujah moment going, we built it right. So
This really feels like the type of application that will bring about the next wave of adoption for crypto.
Thanks, man.
That's exactly what we need.
Yeah, that's knock on wood. That's exactly what I want to do. And for us, it's very important because we know customer data, right? Customer rewards, loyalty, customer data analytics are controlled by the big companies, right? Meta controls it, Google controls it. So how do we use this technology to bring that back to the end user? And that to us is the goal.
All right, so let's wrap up by talking about where Perkable is right now, today. User counts, development stage.
Yep. So we launched beta last week and we onboarded 1,300 super users. We've got a public launch with the IoTeX guys today, but we're doing our grand launch on Monday. And we've got a couple of announcements to make at the pitch as well, with really cool brand partners that we're teaming up with to help them onboard their users to the Perkable world.
Nice. We look forward to watching that.
Thanks
Thanks so much for your time.
No problem at all. Thanks, mate.
Yeah.